Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's get started on the queue. And who is playing right now? Oh, Trump's on. He wasn't on a while ago. If he start playing at midnight? I don't know. Let's have a look against. He's against Wee. Is that Wee Web? Is that the same person? I don't actually know. Probably. He's got the gold border. There's a guy on the Discord, and I think Reddit, who goes by Wee Web. And I guess that's also his Twitch username. Anyway, what the heck is going on in this set? There's a lot of blue and a lot of green, and that's it. Interesting. Huh. Very weird. Trump's Zamora is coming in, and he has fission turrets to power it. Sort of. I don't know. I didn't look that closely. I would be inclined to favor Trump there, but I really didn't pay much attention to it. Didn't look at it in enough detail of what was going on to say. No big absorbers. Defense is okay. With Shredder and Polywall. But not Polywall. Plexo Cell. But Tatsu and Vi both threaten that pretty seriously. Vi also threatens Chieftain. But can you really get Vi? Don't you just lose to like Feral Wardens? You can't do anything breach-proof. Nothing blue seems that amazing. So I think you want red. And then it's a question of like, do you get Tatsu or do you get Ferals? And I think you want Ferals because Plexo cells are gigantic. Unless your opponent goes for Tatsu, in which case, like, I think Ferals ought to beat that anyway. Whoa. Is this for real? What is the justification for this? Chieftain and Shredder? And Polywall? Huh. That's a weird one. So what if I do this? You get 2 Tarsiers and then like Tarsier Rhino Conduit. But if you do this, you can't really threaten Tatsu at all, right? You're just too low economy for that. You're basically tied to Ferals. And Ferals might actually lose against the Plexo Chieftain Shredder business. So I think it's better to just play it a little slow. Get the Conduit first, and then the Animus. And this is justified by the presence of Plexo Cell as well. Right, you won't be sad to have a little bit of extra green lying around, compared to like a more aggressive Feral opening. Tatsus? I don't get it. Is this actually a good Tatsu line? It doesn't look like it. Is this somehow opening myself up to some weird, like, Tatsu counterplay? I don't think so. Like, I can even do this if I want. Just, like, spam Tatsus forever? What is he gonna do about this? I'll have Plexos to fall back, Plexos or Force Fields to fall back on, or Ferals once once I can't build Tatsus anymore, which will be pretty soon, I guess. I can only build 1 or 2 this way. But that's assuming he builds Tarsiers, right? And if he does build Tarsiers, won't he be dead? To my freeze or my ferals? This Animus is a pretty big commitment. I don't know about this. What if I just built more drones? I think this leaves me too vulnerable to him building Tatsus. I'm gonna try this. Whoa. That is a lot of green against someone who is signaling Tatsus. If you think you're getting Plexo cells, you're wrong. Ferals, okay. But I can just build my own ferals against this. Or a single Plexo if I wanted, but I don't see any reason to do that. The fact that, like, I have access to Plexos and he doesn't is a big difference here, I think. I need to be careful not to spend so much green that I can't build them, of course. What am I freezing here? Probably Force Field, right? Makes him lose a feral. Yeah. So he's attacking for most 5. Well, this second Animus for single Tatsu is not looking amazing, I have to say. But, you know, against what my opponent is doing, it seems fine. Maybe it put enough pressure on that he couldn't afford to do anything serious, and therefore, like, it's okay that I'm not building a second Tatsu. We're obviously freezing the wall here, which makes him lose Rhino. Yes, you should click that, since this other one is serving the same role. He must lose at least 1 attack, so I can just build a feral if I want. Do I need a force field? Probably. He probably can attack with everything if he really wants to. He has enough green. So here he attacks for 6. Which is losing Rhino Force Field onto Feral. And now I don't have Plexos anymore. Boo. But I guess that's life, huh? I don't know, maybe I was too hasty to demean what my opponent was doing. They're attacking for less than I am, but they do have substantially more drones and better tech. Like way better tech. Imagine if this Animus were anything but an Animus, right? But let me get such a fast attacker. Very exciting. Yeah, this defends. I'd like to click this drone. We'll see if I'll be able to. This makes them... click this Warden, I mean. This Feral. This makes them lose 1 attack, so this defends. No! Oh wait, yeah, that's fine. You meant to do that. I thought he was doing something silly, but no, this is fine and normal if you want to attack with the Feral. Do you need to hold the drone? I guess you get exploited if you don't, right? Because I'm attacking for 9 and freezing for 3 is 12. Which means that I can comfortably hold back an attacker here. I guess it does mean that their Feral will have 1 more health if I attack this way. Which is sort of useful for them. Ugh, I don't like this. Walls are overpowered. I think I'm losing here. Right, like that was my big tempo turn where I got to hold back a Feral to defend. Well, I had to hold back a Feral. It's not like I love to, but that was supposed to like buy me enough defense to like break him. That does not seem to be happening. Alright, well, punished for this Animus, I guess. Thank you, opponent. Good for you, showing me, like, that I can't do this. Although I guess this remains to be seen. They seem unable to defend while still building more Ferals. But I think you would do okay to just cut a feral and hold drones, right? Or maybe this is fine because I can't actually attack for everything. Like, I'm probably actually not clicking the Rhino here. Alright, well, this defends, sure. Yeah, he just double force fields here, and then wins, right? Or absorbs onto wall, and then wins by attacking for a bit less. Yeah. Okay, so this Tatsu was not good enough. That is the biggest rating loss I've ever seen. I felt like he was committing to too much green because he would be getting Plexo and I would then crush him, but he can just build force fields and they're fine. And Tatsu is just not good enough against these kind of mediocre defenders. I should have just built like anything but an Animus here. A Blast Forge would be okay, more drones would probably be okay. Yeah. I just don't have enough to support Tatsu's, and I got one, but he kind of has to build ferals this turn to defend, and as soon as he does, he stops me from ever building any more Tatsus, so I should have seen this coming. I thought, like, oh, he's building Tarsiers. Tarsiers are so slow, I'll be able to build a second Tatsu. But that's not true, because there's ferals, so if you have to build one Tatsu and then, like, never spend the extra red again, it's clearly, like, it was a terrible buy. I'm still not sure what would be best to do instead. I think that just ferals is best. But yeah, I think I just need more drones before I can commit to any more tech. Yeah, that must be true, right? Just build 2 drones here and be a little bit behind your opponents in drones, but a little bit ahead in attack, as well as having easier access to green. I think that would have been the right idea. Ugh, gonna fall out of the top 100 now. Having a rough streak, that's for sure. Oh, Spectral Wave again. Well, we've won half our games against him. I think you have to go for Omegas here, right? Fangs and Corpus is, like, not enough. It's too vulnerable. And the presence of Pixie also means that Omega is not as big a commitment as it otherwise would be. If you're ever, like, done buying blue, you can do something else. Now the problem is that this sort of works out better for player 1, right? But I think that you can probably squeeze in a Thunderhead at some point, maybe? In a natural player 2 line? I think there's just no way that Red Rush wins to Omegas. They're too scary. So I have to do something high econ. It's just a question of, do I get a conduit here? What would I do instead? Float the money, obviously, and try to get Blast Forges more efficiently later. but it takes a really long time before you can do that. I think it's better to just get the conduit. And, like, consider a Thunderhead turn someday in the future, on just, like, better access to force fields, right? Pixie's better, isn't it? I don't know, I guess if you can fit this in. So I think it's probably right to build a wall. If I do this, he's gonna get the first Omega as well, and I'll just be way behind, won't I? So what if I did this, and said I'm gonna start building Omegas next turn? I have 17 income, that's plenty to fuel Omegas, why would I not do this, right? I think I should do this. And this wall is saving me at least 2 health, because it definitely should not be a splitter. Because next turn I'm still not building a wall. I want an Omega. I really think my Thunderhead will be able to get in before he has... No, he'll have enough Pixies that he can probably get 11 damage pretty conveniently, right? If I ever build a Thunderhead, he just builds enough Pixies to deal exactly 11, and I will look like a big idiot. What if I built a conduit this turn? That lets me get out the Thunderhead next turn when it can actually still do something. He'll just have like 5 attack and then he'll have at most 8. Well, exactly 8, I guess. So the Thunderhead will get a turn of value, but I'll have committed to an extra conduit. But I'll be clicking my Omegas, right? Like, that seems pretty okay. And I won't mind having this green because I have Pixie, so I can build like Gauss Cannons instead of Splitters at some point. I think I'm going to try this. Animus. To defend with corpses while you build Omegas, I guess? I think I'm a little underdroned. Right? I don't know. I just feel like so far behind when I have to try to do big blue as player 2. You have much less natural Blast Forge lines. I think Thunderhead is my best chance to make that be an advantage rather than a disadvantage. An interesting question is whether I'm clicking the Omega next turn. It only kills 1 Engineer, and it offers to let him kill 2 Engineers. 3 if you count the Pixie, but the Pixie's killing an Engineer eventually anyway, right? If he clicks his Steel Splitter and Omega. Right? It would be, yeah, 2 Engineers. However, can he really do that? If he does that, he won't be able to build more Omegas, because I'll be suddenly threatening, like, 7, 9 attack. And he'll have to build some kind of blue defender, right? So I think this might actually be the right idea. He doesn't want to spend the Pixie, because he needs to save up to kill Thunderhead. And if he clicks at Omega to take the 2 Engineers I'm offering him, he's going to have to deal with 4, 7, 8, 9 pressure next turn. He has 1, 2, 5. Well, no, he's not defending with this. He has 1, 2 defense, assuming he clicks both of these things. and we said we're threatening 9. So he can't build an Omega if he clicks this. And I think he wants to build an Omega. So I think this is an alright offer to make to him. Of course he can build an Omega if he doesn't click it, but we were questioning whether we should be clicking our Omega, right? And even a Thunderhead that gets like a turn of full absorb and full damage dealing is pretty okay. I guess it's not full damage dealing because some of it's being absorbed by this Omega. This forces him to lose the maximum number of engineers. He has a lot of tech, doesn't he? What's he doing with all of it? He really needs to add 3 attack this turn. So that he can kill the Thunderhead, right? There you go. That's how to do it. But then you have to click all your Omegas, right? That's gotta be scary. I guess it's not as bad since when you click them you kill the Thunderhead. So you reduce 6 defensive tempo, but gain 4 because I lose 4 attack. Here he wants to lose 5, 8. If we click the Pixie, he just loses this. But yeah, attacking for 10 exploits him a little bit. Probably should just be NGs so I can get out the 4th Omega. He's gonna undo that one. I would still like to get the 4th Omega, of course. Can I click this? I shouldn't, right? I think I shouldn't. This was too many NGs. Should have been drones, I guess. He's realistically, like, attacking for 6 next turn. Yeah, I think I want to have the Omega held back. So, did the Thunderhead buy me enough tempo? Let's see, what is this 9? That's wall. Yeah, loses NG. Did the Thunderhead gain me enough tempo? I don't know how many pixies I'm supposed to buy here. All of them? So I can spend my green? Did the Thunderhead buy me enough tempo that being behind in drones and like just tied in attack is tolerable? Hard to say. He's having like wall supply troubles probably? Yeah. So, okay, we can make him, if we do like this, yeah, I don't know, he's perfectly granular at this point, so might as well just blow everything, right? He has 2 walls left. I feel like that's quite important. He has corpuses, though. I think he should buy one now. I guess this is probably better as NGs and a Pixie. Oh, I can't believe he's still buying Tarsiers. Can that really be right? Yeah, I've got to be just way behind, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Wall supply is a thing, I guess, but with his access to red defenders, well, that's overdoing it a bit, I think. Yeah, I just had to stop, like, building attack without getting enough of it. And he has so many steel splitters to fall back on to defend. Even if he has to stop building walls, he'll be way ahead. I don't know, this just like felt like an awful... I don't know, like I don't know what I'm supposed to build here. I guess more drones than I did. But he just gets out the first Omegas, and I'm super, super dead. Could I have done something clever by cutting this conduit? I mean, I guess we can look at that. Something like this, but... he can do this if he wants the first... Omega, I guess. But in the game he didn't. He did something more like this. I think. Maybe he didn't. I mean, this way I can still get first Omega, I guess. But that's not really the line he took, is it? It is. Yeah, so I could have done that. I don't need the green that way. I can put the money towards getting first Omega with a couple more drones. But I felt like the Thunderhead was actually pretty good. Well, okay, so the problem with the Thunderhead was not the Thunderhead itself, but the overtaking it committed me to. Right, so maybe what I should have done was give him the... God, if I give him the first Omega and the first, like, Steel Splitter, aren't I just super dead? I don't know. I again had like too much tech and not enough drones, and like, yeah, the pixies sort of make up for it, but wasn't really enough. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here when, like, buying a conduit doesn't feel very good, but buying no conduits feels even worse. Buying 2 conduits, like, has got to be wrong. But I didn't see what else I was supposed to do. I guess just build another drone? Maybe, I don't know. I feel like he just has tempo on everything that matters, and so I tried to do something interesting by building a Thunderhead. But he found an answer, as we predicted he would. I just hoped that it would be valuable enough, even if they kill it before its last turn. If it survives 1 turn, it's like pretty okay. Right, it saved me a lot of damage. Let me get out the Omega. I don't know. Is that too... yeah, it is. Alright, so I guess I will finish this episode, and like, gosh, what a rough night I have had, huh? 5 and 1? Well, 1 and 5, I guess. Oh well. I guess I'm done recording for tonight. Maybe I'll come back when my brain is working a bit better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.